Tom Brady. To millions, he's the untouchable face of greatness, the ultimate champion. But here's the painful truth. The higher a legend rises, the deeper the secrets buried beneath his glory. What if Brady's most famous controversy was just the tip of the iceberg? What if the NFL itself played a role in protecting their golden icon? And what if the story of Brady's success isn't as clean as we've all been told? Tonight, we dive into the conspiracies they'll never admit. By the end, you won't just see Tom Brady differently. You'll wonder how much of football history has been rewritten right in front of us. The game's greatest legend, or the league's greatest cover-up. The perfect storm begins. Open with the 2015 AFC Championship game setup. Paint the scene. Cold January night. Indianapolis Colts versus New England Patriots. Brady's team is dominating, but something feels off. Introduce the moment a Colts player catches an interception and immediately notices something strange about the football. It feels soft. Too soft. This is where it all started. The conspiracy that would rock the NFL and put Brady's legacy under a microscope forever. That one squeezed football would spark an investigation that the NFL never wanted to happen. But here's what they don't tell you about what happened next. Deflategate exposed. But was it real? Break down Deflategate in simple terms. Explain how underinflated footballs are easier to grip, catch, and throw, especially in cold, wet weather. The NFL investigated and found 11 of 12 Patriots footballs were deflated below the legal limit. Brady got suspended for 4 games. Case closed, right? Wrong. Dive into the science that doesn't add up. Temperature changes naturally deflate footballs. The Colts balls were also underinflated, but nobody talks about that. Introduce the conspiracy. Was Deflategate a setup to take down the Patriots dynasty? The science didn't match the story. So why did the NFL push so hard to punish Brady? The answer might lie in who Brady had made enemies with. The enemies list. Who wanted Brady down? Reveal the powerful people who had reasons to take Brady down. Start with Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay, a vocal critic who pushed for the investigation. Then Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner who needed to look tough after previous scandals. The other 31 team owners who were tired of watching the Patriots win year after year. Build the conspiracy. These weren't just random attacks. This was organized. The NFL's golden boy had become too powerful, too perfect, too untouchable. Someone had to knock him off his throne. Was Deflategate the perfect excuse they'd been waiting for? But taking down Brady wasn't just about deflated footballs. There's a much darker pattern here that goes back years. The Tuck Rule, Brady's first controversial win. Flashback to 2002, Brady's first Super Bowl run. The infamous Tuck Rule game against the Oakland Raiders. Brady fumbles in the snow. Game over. Patriots lose. But wait. The refs call it an incomplete pass because of an obscure rule nobody had ever heard of. The Patriots keep the ball, win the game, and Brady's legend begins. Conspiracy theorists ask, did the NFL want a new young star? Was this the moment they decided Brady would be their guy? The Tuck Rule was so controversial it was eliminated from the rulebook years later. But the damage was done. Brady had his first ring, and questions about fairness started from day one. One questionable call launched a dynasty. But what if that wasn't the only time the refs helped Brady at the perfect moment? Suspicious referee decisions. Compile the pattern of controversial calls that always seem to benefit Brady. The 2018 AFC Championship roughing the passer call that gave Patriots a first down. The missed pass interference in crucial moments. The phantom, holding penalties against opponents at game-changing times. Show statistics. Brady has received more favorable roughing calls than any QB in modern history. Is it coincidence? Or protection? Introduce the conspiracy. The NFL has billions invested in storylines. Brady winning creates ratings, merchandise sales, and Super Bowl hype. What if referees were given subtle instructions to let the game flow for certain players? Not rigging, just nudging. The refs might have helped, but there's something even stranger about Brady's success. His body shouldn't even work anymore. The ageless wonder. How is this possible? Brady played until age 45, unheard of for a quarterback. Most retire at 35 to 38. His secret? The TB12 method. Extreme diet, pliability training, no nightshades, special water. Sounds innocent until you dig deeper. Introduce the whispers. What if Brady's anti-aging program involves things he'll never admit? Not illegal steroids, but cutting-edge treatments not available to average players. Peptides, stem cell therapy, hormone optimization. These exist in a gray area of NFL rules. The conspiracy. Brady had access to medical technology and treatments that kept him superhuman while others broke down. Was it just discipline and avocado ice cream? Or was there a secret advantage hiding in plain sight? His body defied nature. But there's someone who might know the real secret, and he's been by Brady's side the whole time. Alex Guerrero, the mysterious trainer. Meet Alex Guerrero, Brady's personal trainer, business partner, and constant companion. But here's what's suspicious. Guerrero was once investigated by the FTC for making false claims about curing diseases. The NFL banned him from team planes and sidelines. Yet Brady kept him close, even bringing him to Tampa Bay. What does Guerrero know? What treatments does he provide that teams don't want around? The conspiracy deepens. Guerrero's methods are pseudoscience to some, but to Brady they're everything. Was Guerrero administering treatments that gave Brady an unfair advantage? The NFL couldn't prove anything, but they tried to keep him away from the team. That alone should make you wonder what they suspected. Guerrero's methods worked miracles for Brady, but when other players tried them, something strange happened. The players who tried and failed. Rob Gronkowski, Julian Edelman. Others followed Brady's TB12 program. Some had success. But here's the thing. Nobody else played until 45. Nobody else stayed as sharp. The conspiracy question. Did Brady get special treatments even his teammates didn't receive? Was there an inner circle, a secret level of the program only Brady accessed? Former Patriots players have hinted at this in interviews, but never fully explain. Show the pattern. Players join the Patriots, play with Brady, benefit from his methods, but the moment they leave New England, they break down fast. Was Brady's system really that good? Or was there something about the Patriots organization, the medical staff, the facilities, the secrecy, that created an unfair advantage? The Patriots weren't just winning games. They were winning with information nobody else had access to. Spygate, the scandal before Deflategate. Rewind to 2007. The Patriots are caught filming opponent sidelines to steal play signals. This is Spygate. Bill Belichick gets fined $500,000. The Patriots lose a first-round draft pick. But here's the bombshell the NFL tried to bury. The tapes were destroyed immediately. Why? What was on those tapes that the league didn't want anyone to see? Former players claimed the Patriots had been doing this for years, stealing signals, knowing plays before they happened. Brady benefited directly. If you know what defense is coming, you're not just good, you're psychic. The conspiracy, Spygate, was way bigger than admitted, and Brady knew about it the whole time. The NFL protected him because exposing the full truth would destroy the league's credibility. They burned the evidence. But one team learned the Patriots' secrets and used them to finally beat Brady. The Giants knew and exposed it. 2008 Super Bowl, undefeated Patriots versus New York Giants. Brady's trying to complete the perfect season, but the Giants did something different. They didn't use signals. They called plays silently, with hand gestures, and changed them constantly. Result? The Patriots looked confused. Brady threw an interception. The offense stalled. The Giants won. It wasn't just an upset, it was proof. Proof that when teams took away New England's information advantage, Brady became beatable. For years later, Giants beat Brady again using similar tactics. The conspiracy, Brady's greatness depended partly on knowing what was coming. When that was taken away, he was just good, not unstoppable. The NFL never wanted anyone to connect these dots. But even without stealing signals, Brady kept winning. How? Because he had help from the one place no one suspected. The draft conspiracy. Was Brady supposed to fail? Here's the weird part. Brady was drafted 199th overall in 2000. 6 quarterbacks were taken before him. Every team passed on him multiple times. He was skinny, slow, unimpressive. Then suddenly he becomes the greatest ever? The conspiracy asks, what if Brady's late-round draft position was intentional? What if teams knew something, a medical issue, a personality flaw, a hidden problem, that made them avoid him? And what if the Patriots, with their history of bending rules, knew they could fix whatever was wrong? This theory suggests Brady wasn't supposed to succeed. He was a project, maybe even an experiment. The Patriots turned a nobody into a legend through methods other teams didn't have access to or wouldn't use. It sounds crazy until you remember. Everything about Brady's story defies logic. They built a superhuman quarterback from nothing. But the price of that success? The Patriots had to protect their secret at all costs. The destroyed cell phone. What was Brady hiding? During the Deflategate investigation, Brady destroyed his cell phone, right before investigators wanted to examine it. His excuse? He always destroys old phones for privacy. But investigators found out. He didn't destroy his previous phone, or the one after. Just this one. The one from the exact time period of the scandal. What was on that phone? Text messages about deflating balls. Something worse? The conspiracy explodes here. What if that phone contained evidence not just of Deflategate, but of the entire Patriots cheating operation? Communications with Guerrero about banned treatments? Discussions about stealing signals? Proof that Brady knew everything? The NFL suspended him anyway, but by destroying the phone, Brady protected something bigger than himself. He protected the whole system. That phone held secrets that could have ended careers. But Brady's biggest secret wasn't about cheating. It was about control. The NFL's golden boy, too big to expose. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Tom Brady made the NFL billions of dollars. His face sold jerseys, tickets, and TV deals. Networks paid premium prices for Patriots games. When Brady went to Tampa Bay, suddenly the Buccaneers were primetime gold. The conspiracy. The NFL couldn't afford to fully expose Brady because it would hurt their brand. Every scandal was investigated just enough to look legitimate, then quietly buried. Goodell suspended Brady for 4 games, a PR move, but never truly dug into the bigger questions. Why? Because finding real corruption would mean admitting the league's greatest success story was built on lies. Brady wasn't just protected by the Patriots. He was protected by the entire NFL machine. He was too valuable to destroy. The system needed him perfect. The league protected him for profit. But there's one final conspiracy that changes everything. The GOAT debate. Was it all a setup? Brady's called the greatest of all time. 7 Super Bowl rings. Countless records. But the final conspiracy asks, was the GOAT narrative manufactured? Look at the facts. Brady played in the weakest division, AFC East, for 20 years, facing mediocre teams twice a year guaranteed wins. His playoff path often went through home games in bad weather. Advantage, Patriots. He had elite defenses during early Super Bowls. His team won games, not just him. When he faced elite pass rushers without protection, he struggled. The conspiracy. The NFL subtly constructed the perfect conditions for Brady to succeed. Weak opponents, favorable rules changes protecting quarterbacks, media hype, then sold the GOAT story to fans. Other QBs might have done the same with Brady's advantages. But we'll never know, because the league chose him. The GOAT title might have been gifted, not earned. So what's the real truth about Tom Brady? The truth they'll never admit. Bring it all together. The reality is probably somewhere in the middle. Brady is incredibly talented. His work ethic, intelligence, and leadership are real. But was his path helped by questionable calls, rule bending, medical advantages, and league protection? Almost certainly. That doesn't erase his greatness, but it complicates it. The conspiracy isn't that Brady is a fraud. It's that the NFL created conditions where their golden boy could thrive while hiding the uncomfortable truths. They'll never admit Spygate was worse than reported. They'll never reveal what was on that phone. They'll never acknowledge the referee bias. Because admitting any of it destroys the fairy tale. And the NFL sells fairy tales. Brady's legacy isn't black or white, it's gray. History will remember him as the GOAT. But you? Now you know the questions they hope you never ask. Leave a comment. Is Brady the GOAT, or the greatest cover-up in sports history? Hit subscribe, because the truth about your favorite athletes might be next. So there you have it. 7 rings. Endless records. But also, endless questions. Was Tom Brady the greatest ever? Or was he the NFL's most protected secret? The league won't tell you. The media won't admit it. But now you know what they've been hiding. The truth about Brady isn't simple. It's buried under decades of scandals, cover-ups, and conspiracies they'll never admit. What do you believe? Drop your thoughts below and hit subscribe, because we're just getting started.